I see the world.
If you watched, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I did a video on, I did a digital analog, or yeah, digital to analog, then back to digital, mix down, I'll be honest with you, I found a mistake that I did right away, and somebody else caught my mistake, and I was like, yeah, like right after I finished the video, I noticed as I'm editing the video, I made a mistake. I was like, I don't have time to fix this right now, but now I do. So I'm going to, I'm doing another test. So what I did this time was I fixed my mistake. Well, I left the track that the mistake was on, but I'll show you the mistake. So now what I had done is, now if you own one of these, you know that is where your pitch control should be. I had it on high speed, but the pitch control was about here when I did it, because last time I used this thing was when I did the drums, when I was doing the drums and I slowed them down, I was doing the looping. So what I've done now is we've maxed out the pitch control, so it's going as fast as possible for these next two. And also, so let's put this back. All right, let's go put it back where it was. Also, so now, as you know, I said I had a low bias. I don't know where I did my tapes. Oh, here they are. I had a low bias, so I had this one. Now, sad part is I realized I wiped out Bag of Tea, so there was no 4-track recording of Bag of Tea anymore because I wiped it out. Yeah, I do have the digital one, but it's just a mix down of the 4-track, which is now gone, which I'm a little sad about, but that's what happens. You know, you make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So Bag of Tea is no more, and I am intending on actually doing a better version of Bag of Tea down the line. That was like a test. I want to actually do one with full 2 stereo guitars, everything possible. Make it as good as Bobby Beretta's version that he did of it. So the other thing is, I happen to find myself let me see if I can show you this. TDK. This is a SM3 professional high bias, so it's type 2, high position, cassette. I only used 2 tracks on this one because it was originally I was doing a recording for a Christian band, and they bailed on me. What I love about this one, I don't know if you can read it. I don't know if it'll show up there. No. But what it says is this is for multi-track and studio master. I bought these. I bought a bunch of these at Thorold Music in Thorold, Ontario, if you're wondering. And it was like they had a whole bunch, and I bought like 10 of them, and I think I have most of them still. I used most of them as well, so they all have something on them. But that one I was like, oh yeah, I just have the drum tracks that they recorded the drum tracks and then bailed. So I was like, okay, forget it. So I just thought I'll use that for this. So what I've done now for this test here, so we have, once again, we're track 910 is, let's move this over a bit. Track 910 is going to be our, hang on, I'm gonna show it on the screen and stuff. I hate having too much stuff. Let's see. That sounds like a first person problem. So here, so as you can see, turn this off. So 9 and 10 is my original. That's the original mix. I have everything leveled out. Well, I did. Let me just take a quick look. Yes, still leveled out. Okay. So 910 is original. 1112 is the low bias, slightly unmaxed. That was the version I had done for the last video. 1314 is going to be the low bias all the way up. I used DBX on everything. I didn't bother dropping DBX. And then 1516 is going to be the is the Type 2, the professional studio grade recording tape. So let's give it a listen. I'm probably going to stop it in between just to put my own comments in so you can actually hear me. So let's start. All right. So my opinions on this. So, number one, it's brighter. It's funny. This time I listened to it, I'm like, yeah, it's not as. It's definitely brighter than the original recording I did. And I would say that max speed on the low bias tape, like Type 1 tape, really, as far as I'm concerned, didn't make much of a difference. It wasn't like it was like a wow, look at the difference. It did a little bit, but not as much. Now going to the Type 2, yeah, you can really hear the difference there. Like it is compared to the other two. Now, is it as bright and clean as the original? No, but it has that smoothness that I think Eric is looking for. So that to me sounds much better than the other two. So yeah, if I'm doing two different tests here because somebody had mentioned that because I did a low bias test with the digital and low bias, and he said you should try it with do a difference between the difference between high bias and low bias. So yeah, so there's a difference. I did find that the Type 2 did definitely have a brighter sound, and it wasn't as overpowering as I find the digital version of this song. And so yeah, I do think it worked out well. And like I said, I had them all at high except for the original. Maybe we'll fiddle around with it and try low, or just put at normal. I don't know. I didn't really notice. Like I said, I didn't really notice the difference between the middle and the low and the high for sound, like for speed wise. So that was not a big factor to me. But the tape type definitely made a difference. So that is my video today. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you later. Oh, where am I? There I am. Okay. I will talk to you later. Bye.
I see myself, not how I like to